Alright, how's everyone doing? My name is Michael, and today we have a video over the Rocket League cars. Which one you should pick, which one's better, their stats, stuff like that. So, there's a lot of misinformation going around with beginner players mostly about like the stats of the cars or whether or not they're even different. And the biggest thing that I see is there's a lot of people that think the cars are completely the same except for the bodies, like they just look different, but there's no technical difference in terms of performance and stuff. That's not true. There are differences between the cars. They're pretty subtle, but they are different, and there are reasons that the pros only use a certain few cars, and I'm going to go into that deeper. But first of all, let's say you've just started Rocket League. You get this car. I'm pretty sure it's the default, because I don't remember, to be honest. I played this game a long time, so I don't remember the beginning all that well, but I'm pretty sure you have this car and that car. This car here is not as good as this one. Most of the professionals do use this car, the Octane, and the reason for that is it's just overall very good. As you unlock different cars, you'll probably not notice the difference because in the beginning you're not good enough to realize that there even is a difference. This was my favorite car in the beginning. I don't use it anymore because I don't know, I guess I just got better and I realized there are differences and they bother me and stuff like that. The Takumi, if you're gonna buy a DLC like straight away, just go ahead and get the Takumi and the Dominus. I don't remember which pack they're in, but that is the best DLC pack if you're going to do that. So just save yourself some money and just get that pack. They are two very good cars and I do use both of them regularly. But in terms of cars that you just unlock in the game, the best are Octane and Breakout. I use the Breakout a lot. I used to use the Octane a lot, which is, like I said, the one the professional players like RLCS. If you don't know what RLCS is, it's the really big, really high stakes Rocket League championship series, like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of prizes and stuff like that. They usually use the Octane. So yes, it is very good. And I'm going to go into why the cars are good and how to choose one. Like I said in the beginning, you're going to get this, and you need to play your first few games with this car because you need to get a feel of how it feels, how it performs and stuff. Don't use this one. This one kind of sucks. It's kind of short, and it's just shaped weird. It's just not very good. This one's alright, my opinion. And these are all my opinions. I mean, you might love a car that I hate. I hate this car. This is the one car that I really, really don't like. And I want to like it because it looks really cool. But I just can't play with it for some reason. It's just really bad for me. Venom I used to really like, but as I got better I found that it's slow feeling and it doesn't turn all that well. This one is just I don't like it at all. Never have. Paladin I don't use. I can't really comment on it. Not a lot of pros use it. I think Kronovi used to use it. He was the #1 Rocket League player in the world for a while. Takumi is by far the best looking car, but not a lot of people use it, but I really like it. My friend really likes it. I don't know why a lot of people don't use it. Let me see. Yeah. If you're gonna try to start doing aerials, I will recommend that you get in the Takumi to start that. And you don't need to try to start flying just in your first few games. Don't just focus on being on the ground and hitting the ball and scoring. But when you do think you're ready to attempt aerials, get in the Takumi, because for some reason learning aerials is easier in the Takumi for most people. Can't explain it, I don't know why it is. And now going back to it, it's not any easier in a Takumi than it is like a Octane or any other car. But when you're learning, I think it's just something about the shape of this car. It's easier to learn aerials. So keep that in mind as you progress. Breakout, I love this car, and I want it to be my favorite car because to me personally, it feels the most agile. But the Takumi, I seem to be able to get like harder hits on it sometimes. So my two favorites are probably the Takumi and the Breakout, but that may change. I'm not really sure. If you want the cars that the established professional players use, it's the Octane and the Dominus. This is the Dominus. So Octane and Dominus I would recommend starting out with, and I would recommend sticking with them until you feel like you're ready to branch out and like see what the other vehicles are like. But yeah, just experiment with the vehicles. And see, another thing that I wanted to clear up is you have all these customizations, right? You have wheels. Wheels do not affect your statistics or performance or grip, anything like that. Wheels don't affect anything except looks. Boost does not affect anything but looks. Again, these do not affect the hitbox or anything. And yeah, flags, once again, they don't affect anything either. So the difference is mainly the hitbox of the car, the way it's shaped physically when it hits the ball. A lot of the players use this car here, the Octane, because it's taller, and when you're going into a kickoff, it's harder for the ball to get over it, and so when you're kicking off, it's more likely for you to win and get the ball into the opponent's corner. But I'll have to say, if you practice kickoffs, you can counter a kickoff with pretty much any car, but it's just statistically easier in this car, technically. So another thing to keep in mind there. I feel like the Dominus is a little bit more agile than the Octane, but not everyone feels that way. The Octane feels just slightly slow to me, especially after using the Breakout. When I first got the game, I tried this car and I hated it, and I don't remember why. But I've used it a lot now, and I really, really like it. And this paint I have, it's a fancy thing. That's what the car looks like. This is just like from a crate or something. Whoops. I used to use this paint. Really like that. I'm gonna use it. But yeah, wheels don't affect anything. You can hide your rank here if you don't want people knowing that you're either like really high or really low level. You can do that. I think that's about all. Let me talk about practicing. When you first get the game, you're gonna want to do this. Okay, pick the car that you want to start out with, that you want to like get used to the game with, and then click on this training thing. And here you have these I don't know what the tutorial is. I don't think I ever used it, but free play, aerial, striker, and goalie. I'd recommend going into free play first. Okay, this is just this is where you can get used to like driving and hitting the ball in general. And this is a very, very underrated part of the game, because you can get used to how the car feels, how it performs and everything. And you can practice moves and stuff. Another thing, which I will make a separate video on, this is where you should practice your flying. Okay? You're not gonna just get good at aerials. It's just not gonna. You have to practice. And I'm not saying you have to practice like an hour. I'm just saying, like, just set aside 5 minutes and just practice flying. Go from one end of the field to the other. Just one goal to the other. If you can do that, then you can start to practice on the aerial training, which I'll show you real quick. Whoops. Oh shit. Nope. Training. Aerial. Start with rookie. And this will just like get you used to hitting things in the air. And I don't even know if I can do this, but yeah. It's just gonna keep doing that, putting it in different positions. But yeah, I can't really talk and play. So do those different things and I promise you it will help way more than you think it will. That is literally how you get better, is these. So yeah, I guess that's it for the video. That's how you choose a car. That's how you get better with your chosen car in the beginning. And it's just a lot of practice, and I didn't know these things when I started. I thought they were all the same. They're not, and you don't need to go into it thinking that they're all the same. Don't like keep switching cars because you think you're losing because of your current car or something. You can win with any car. It's that simple. There's just subtle differences that you may like or dislike about a certain car. For example, I like the way this car is shaped, but I like the way this car flies. It's just little things like that, but I can still hit aerials perfectly fine with this, and I can still hit the ball in the right direction with this, even though it's shaped slightly different. Things like that. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If I helped you in any way, please do leave a thumbs up. It helps a lot, especially because this channel is new. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.